It is important as a new mom that you practice self-care every single day so you do not burn yourself out. Hey there, it is your favorite nurse yogi, Leslie. And if this is your first time clicking on my pretty face, thank you. Make sure, pushing this chair out of the way, that you are subscribed. I'm standing up today, but like I said, this is your first time, so you don't know that I normally do sit-down videos. This is technically a sit-down video because I'm not taking you somewhere, whatnot. I'm educating you. I call it edutainment, if you will, because I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of my nurse background. I'm a registered nurse with 12 years of healthcare experience, and I'm also a certified yoga instructor with 5 years of teaching experience. And today, as I was working the people's job is my corporate job because by day I work as a utilization review nurse. So I work within insurance and billing. That's by day. So I call it the people's job. But by night and on the weekends, I run my business, Leslie Does Wellness, where I show moms, specifically new moms, how to put themselves first through yoga. And tomorrow, I'm actually co-hosting the Mompreneur Reset Brunch in downtown Orlando, Florida, with a good friend of mine, Merlene, who also is my business strategist. Whew, that was a lot of information, wasn't it? But as I was working the people's job, and just don't mind me, I have to make sure work stuff, okay? Just y'all that know, if you know, you know. And the video has to keep, I'm here. Have you seen a video like this before, right? Where the person has to make sure, hold on, y'all. What is that? Oh, why am I in this? I don't know why I'm in this chat. Okay, see, that's why we gotta minimize things because, okay. So as I took my break, I have a different job right now. So I have a job where I work as a nurse, where I work from home, right? It's very flexible. That's what I prayed for, and now I have it. I'm very grateful, especially because I have young kids. My daughter is 6, my son is 7. He's actually going to be 8 in 2 months, wild. And I need that flexibility, right? Because when things happen, AKA a couple of days ago, my son jumped off the swing, broke his wrist. I need to make sure I'm here and able to care for him. And if he needs, we had him stay home from school the day after it happened because he still has the brace on, and just want to see like how he's acclimated to it. So because I work from home, I have that flexibility. And today I took an extended lunch break because I'm technically going to be overtime because I worked Sunday, 4-hour shift. So with that, I was like, well, I have my event tomorrow, and I finally found my summer scent, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna share it with you. Don't you worry. But as I was like driving home, so I went to Sephora on my lunch break and also picked my kids up on my lunch break. And I was like, oh, I feel so much better, right? And then I also, as I was en route to doing all those things, I was listening to an audiobook, Real by Kennedy Ryan. Oh my goodness, that has to be a whole separate video, but just briefly, I love Kennedy Ryan's books. I've read the Skyland series, Before I Let Go, and the other 2 books thereafter. I read them, and I introduced Kennedy Ryan actually to somebody that I know, and she listened to an audiobook, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm hooked. And I didn't understand, and now I understand listening to Real on audiobook. It's like a movie, but better. And the reason I say it's but better, because people be like, the book is always better than the movie. Like the real bibliophile, like the real book nerds, they always will be like that, because you can create whatever you want in your mind. Like our mind is so powerful, right? So that's why I feel like audiobooks, and pretty much the book is about, it's not spoiling anything at all. It's about a director and an actress. And they're making a movie together. And there's the movie that they're making is a musical, and there is scenes in the book where they actually are, like, the person that's reading it is giving you, like, they're reading the script. So it's like inside, interior, it's dark. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's the script. And then certain scenes, because it's a musical, she's singing, and there's actually she's singing with the instruments in the background, so you hear this. It is like, I need to do the immersive experience of this book, is what the girls are saying. Like, get the actual hard copy, read with it, and listen. They said that's like top tier, chef's kiss. I need to do that. It's just a really good book. And if you know anything about Kennedy Ryan's books, she's very spicy. So if you don't like spicy smut things, or it's not even smut. I don't know. I'm only 40%. Let me tell you how far I am, guys. I am 41. Oh gosh, I'm 41% in. She does this though, because the final book in the Skyland series, I noticed she takes a while to build it up for you. She's not just gonna give you the spice. It's always like halfway through, at least, I don't know, that's what I picked up, that she just started going in on the spice. So going back to, you're like, what does this have to do with like how I find self-care as a new mom? These are those moments that, like, me listening to this audiobook, me going to Sephora during my lunch break, these are those moments that I'm able to pour back into myself, right? And I was thinking to myself, I was like, wow, like, that's how I stay grounded. Don't get me wrong. I am stressed, especially because the event is tomorrow. Please don't think I am not like, oh, la, la. No, like, I'm stressed, but doing little acts of self-care is what keeps me grounded, right? And that's part of the reason I created my self-care card deck. You Just Had a Baby self-care card deck for new moms, because people ask me a lot, like, how do you do it? And I know what they're really saying is, I can't do it. Like, I don't know how to find the time, right? Like, because also it depends on the support that you have, right? Do you have support? Do you know how to delegate to somebody, partner, friend, whomever that you have? No, I don't want to make a blanket statement, but support doesn't look the same for everybody. And what I mean by that is this. I am married to my husband, right? I have the typical 2.5, well, actually, I can't say that anymore. I was gonna say I have 2.5 kids, the white picket fence, like, I'm living the dream, right? And I am, for me. But for somebody that might not have that this exact family dynamic, they'll be like, well, I don't have support. And they'll be like, I don't have support like you. And like, that's fine. I used to feel guilty about saying that I'm very well supported. I have a great community. And then I realized this, it's like, you saying, I don't have support like you, Leslie, I'm not married or whatever. It's like, okay, well, do you have a friend? Do you have your mom? Do you have somebody, right? Like, I think we get so hung up on support having to look a certain way, AKA like from family members, because I can relate to that. Like, I can depend more so on my in-laws than my actual family, right? And it took me a minute to like really receive that support from my in-laws and be like, they're actually supporting me in the way that I need. My family also supports me, but it's in a different way. And what I'm getting at is, you have to open up your eyes to the people that are willing, to help you. And once you find those people that are willing to help you, then you can come up with some kind of plan to help tend to your kids. Because yes, your kids are important. And hold on, as I say that, stay right there. I'm finishing up a video. I need you to stay there, okay? All right. I know. What do you need?
I'm bored.
You're bored. Give me 10 minutes, and what do you want to do?
What can we do?
Well, I still am working. I'm taking a break, so we can't really do anything. Do you want to paint?
Yeah.
Do you know where the paint is?
Yes, it's in my desk.
Go paint for a bit.
But what about you? You're going to help me?
I can help in a little bit.
When's 10 minutes?
Tell Alexa 15 minutes.
15 minutes, and then you'll be done?
Yes. All right. So, that's your life, and I have to keep that in, right? I'm tempted to like cut things out like that, but that's life, right? And I lost my train of, so when you have the support, then you can plan the self-care that you need. And again, if you struggle with like, what does self-care look like for you? I encourage you to, okay. As you hear, right? I encourage you to write it down. I also encourage you to check out my product. It will be linked down below. If you're like, I don't know where to begin, especially as a new mom, it's like your life is flipped upside down, right? And we gotta flip it right back, right side up, right? Because we don't want you to feel flipped upside down for the rest of your kid and your life. No, right? And so once you find the support, and remember, support looks different for everybody. Don't compare what you see online as, well, I don't have that support. You have support. You just have to look, right? You have to look. Then after that, you're going to write down how you fill yourself up, right? And this is where social media is actually beneficial. It's actually good because you can look to other moms, look to mom influencers, mom content creators, see what they do, right? Maybe you don't want to get your nails done. Maybe you like to be outside in nature. That's what fills you up. Maybe you like to go to the beach, right? Maybe you like to listen to a good smut audiobook. Like that's all you need, right? Just know, so you have to figure out, and I want you to attune yourself to this. And this is also where mindfulness comes in and somatic practices, meaning like when I say somatic, I didn't realize I teach somatic practices, if you will. Let me actually give you the definition of what that is, and then I can explain better for you because I do this when I teach my yoga classes. So somatic therapy is a body-centered, bottom-up approach to mental health that focuses on the connection between mind and body to release pent-up trauma-related tension. It uses techniques like breathwork, movement, and awareness to help patients across emotions and chronic pain stored physically, aiming to reduce symptoms of trauma, anxiety, and depression. So that I am not like certified as a somatic therapist. I'm certified as a yoga teacher. And a lot of what I do as a yoga teacher in my yoga classes, that's what I'm doing. I'm telling you to breathe into those areas that you feel the tension, right? Maybe it's your right scapula. Maybe you feel tension in your belly, in your chest, in your shoulders. We breathe into that area, right, to release. So what I'm also telling you too is if you're like, I just don't know, I don't feel like I don't know what brings me joy, right? You need to meditate. That's like the first thing too, is like you need to meditate, sit with yourself. And if you're like, but I'm scared, I don't want to hear my own thoughts, then I would actually suggest see a therapist, right? Because maybe I will never just like dismiss you saying that, because if you're like, no, Leslie, like I'm so scared of the thoughts that I'm having, I want to ask you this. If there are thoughts of you wanting to harm yourself, this is the nurse in me, lives in me through and through. But if you are wanting to harm yourself or somebody else, please call 988 immediately right now. Like log off my video, call 988 and that is a free number that you can call and connect with licensed mental health professionals, and they will help you go through those thoughts that you're having so you don't harm yourself or anybody else, right? 988. But if you're like, no, it's not like that. It's just like I have so much to do. Like I have to clean. I have to get the kids ready. I have to exercise. I have to drink 5,000 ounces of water. If it's thoughts like that, then I encourage you, we start at meditation, right? We start at meditation and you start to become aware of those thoughts, right? And you can do guided meditations. I have my own. I'll link down below. You also can just be in quiet. I made a short form post about that today. Before you listen to that podcast, even if it's an inspirational podcast or anything that like fires you up, makes you feel better, or your audio book, you need to like sit with yourself. And if you're like, I don't have time to sit with myself, sometimes I caught myself doing this today. I was taking a shower and I was like, I want to continue this audio book, right? And I was like, no, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and tense. Before I turn that phone on, because I turn my phone off every night, before I turn that phone back on, I need to just like shower and just hear my own thoughts. And so that's me, because if you're somebody that's like, oh, I have ADHD or I fidget, I need a fidget spinner, it's hard for me to meditate. That's another tip, is like do something then that's easy, like you don't have to think about, right? Minus driving. I don't want you meditating while you're driving. But if it's something like where you're washing your body and you're feeling your own skin, that's a great way to bring mind and body together. And then you start thinking about your thoughts. And you'll realize too, some of those thoughts that you're having aren't even your thoughts. Okay? And what I mean by this, my therapist told me this years ago. She was like, you are not your thoughts. And that, it tripped me up, and it still kind of trips me up to this day. But what that means is like, a lot of the things that we consume, and that's why you have to be so mindful of what you consume on social media. You will be like thinking things and you're like, where? That's not me. Like, I don't align with that. Why am I thinking this way? It could be something you heard, you read, you saw, right? So capturing that thought, right? Writing it down, journaling, and then like really like processing it or talking with your therapist about it and seeing like, was that really from me or is that from outside, right? And that's how I stay so grounded, if you will. Everything I'm saying leads up to how I practice self-care every day. So let's get into the haul, right? So that's what it's like. You can't. And I know it's like you're in the trenches right now and you're probably like, girl, I don't even know where to begin. So that's why I was like, we got to go from the bottom. We got to go from the beginning, the bottom, however you want to look at it, at like, do you have adequate support? Because if we don't have adequate support, self-care is not going to happen because you are a new mom. You have to take care of that baby. And if you don't have anybody to help take care of that baby for you, you can't do self-care, right? But I always like to challenge people to look outside of what the norm of what you think support should be. I'm also going to put this disclaimer. Once you find that person, right, and it might not look the way that society says, if that person feels good in your spirit, they're a safe person for you and your child. Hold on. Yeah? Hello? Oh, I'm almost done. I thought I heard you call me. I'm almost done. Okay. So, then go for it. Like, you need the support. We cannot do self-care until we have adequate support as new moms. So what did I get at Sephora? Because this is almost 20 minutes. So I'm trying to get my summer scent. I found it. I'm so excited. I went to Sephora a couple weeks ago to re-up on my makeup. I made a whole video about why. And one of the things that I got as like the last thing, so I got it as a sample, as a travel size, was Josie Maran's Topless Tangerine Body Butter. Love it. Love it. And an extra perk, my husband loves it. So that makes me feel, warm and fuzzy inside, okay? So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Sephora I have an extended lunch break. I'm going to go do that before I pick up my kids. Self-care. Okay, so I got the whole line. So I'm going to show it to you, right? So this is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter in the scent Topless Tangerine. Nom, 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 nom. I wish smell. Maybe when our kids are our age, it'll be a thing. So this is what it comes. It looks like this. It is 6 ounces, 6 fluid ounces. It smells divine, and it's not super runny, but it's not super thick. It is. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I feel like personally, the price point is not that bad for the quality of product that you get. It was $36. And what's cool, Josie Maran is very, at least don't quote me on this, but they seem very sustainable. So you buy, like, I keep this container. Let me show you. I keep this container and then I buy like, the refill and just choo. Okay. I do my own sound effects because I don't got time to edit. So, then I made a short form content about how the order, so I don't have to worry about the order. But I'll just show you first. What I am going to use is this is all Josie Maran. So I got 4 products. I'm sure this is the second one I'm showing you. So all of them are Topless Tangerine because I really want this scent to like permeate, not in like, oh my gosh, I have a headache, but just when I bought the sample size, the travel size of this, you smell it, but then like it like faded. But I've heard that if you don't smell it on you, that means like it's right for you. Anyways, so I got the body wash. So this is body wash. I was trying to get the sample size, but they didn't have it. And I was like, you know what? F it. Like I want to get the body wash because I really want the smell to smell like I want to smell tangerine. Okay. And I'll tell you the notes if you're interested. Then this is the body scrub. So with all of Josie Marin's travel, and you'll see it says travel, all of her travel products, they come in something like this. So, and the refill. So the refill is like big. It's bigger than this, but it's the same material. So that's how I got the body butter at first, was like in this. And this is the scrub. So I'm interested to see how it comes out because it's a scrub. I'm trying to feel for the little beads. So I will wash my body, do the scrub, then do the body butter. And then the last thing I got in the line of products was the fragrance mist. This one is interesting because what makes it interesting to me is that it's opaque. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you can't see through it. And when I think of fragrance, anything fragrance, I'm not a fragrance content creator, any of that, but it's normally like clear. So I'm interested to see how this goes. I feel like though you put this on like as soon as you get out of the shower because of the opaqueness of it. You see? And you spray it. I'm not going to spray it because I like it. So those are the 4 products that I got in the line. That's all of the products. Like they have, so she has other scents like a vanilla scent, a golden hour scent, which I believe has amber. But I really like this because I was looking for a summer scent and I'm trying to be better being like smell good girly or whatever. And I found it and I'm excited. So I will let you guys know, how long it lasts. Oh, that's what I was going to close out with. So I want to close out with what are the notes? Because I'm not good with that. But if I know why I like this and I'll tell you why. It's on one of these. It is on one of these. At least I swore I saw it. I swear I saw it. That's so weird. I saw it on one of these things. So like the main, here we go. Okay, so wearing this head wrap, I'm not used to it. Okay, so the top, there's like the top, the heart, and the base notes. So the top notes are yuzu, pixie tangerine, pink grapefruit. The heart, which I would think of as the center, is black currant, pineapple, and melon. The base, I'm like, okay, I know why I like it, is brown sugar. I drink brown sugar every day in my coffee. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So that's the base. So the top has the tangerine and then the heart the top has the tangerine and the grapefruit. And then the middle has like the pineapple, the melon, the black currant, and the base has that brown sugar. And I think that's why I really like it. So that is how I practice self-care as a mom. And I'm going to close now, y'all. It's 23 minutes. If you're like, why are you saying the time? Every day, this is like almost day 90. I believe I'm like 88 if I'm not mistaken. I've been posting every day for almost 100 days. So once 100 days is over, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I realized that'll be 1,000 hours of YouTube. And I have been doing this. I was inspired by Glow Atonmo at Glow Graphics. And she has a whole method to all of the reason to do this. And I was actually watching her video today. And she was talking about like she's put 1,000+ hours. And it sounds wild. But so then I was like, did I do 1,000 yet? And I was like, holy crap. Like, I get why she's saying, I don't fully understand like in its entirety, but it's like the more you put into these social medias, the more your watch time goes up, all of that. So I got the 1,000 subscribers. I'm now on my way to watch time. I have to get 4,000 hours. So we're like 200 hours away from the halfway mark, from 2,000 hours of watch time within a 365 day period. I know I can do it. I believe in myself. So I'm going to finish this challenge strong and just stay in the present moment. And I will see you guys in the next video. Same time, same place. Bye for now.